Joseph, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Charlie? How you doing?
What's going on?
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was very nice, very nice.
Enjoyed the
Small,
family?
intimate family setting.
nice. That's always nice.
Yeah.
Food
not
was
bad.
good.
Food, my mother's a very good cook, so yes.
Yeah, a lot of
the food was
sides.
Fantastic. We had, typical shit.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes, stuffing,
Sweet yams.
whatever. And then there's always that one dish that they forget. Oh, shit, I had vegetables. It's okay. We don't need those.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's it. John's here.
We have the Hawkman.
What's up,
himself
Mr.
here.
Hawk?
What's good, guys?
Right. So, how was your Thanksgiving then, Joseph?
Full. Very full.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. Spent time
You
with
did-
the family.
You were out
My
here and then went to
sisters,
Brooklyn?
I was out here and then I went to Brooklyn. My sisters in-laws were here. It was fun.
Your
Same
sisters
thing.
in-laws were
Small.
here. Oh, all right,
yeah.
cool.
It was good. Good time.
And then you had the drive
And then I
to
got
Brooklyn?
stuck in 2 hours of traffic. That was nice.
Going from Long Island to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
All
Everybody
right.
and the mothers were on the road.
Well, everyone's trying to get home.
Yeah.
Whoops. What about you, John? How was your Thanksgiving, sir?
Delicious.
Yeah, what'd you do? You were at home?
Yeah, stayed home. Stayed home. Had the family over.
Okay.
My wife's an amazing cook.
Did you have a lot of people?
I have 110 kids, so yes,
Yeah,
my
that's
house
true.
is always
I forgot
loaded.
about
But yeah, no, the kids. It's always good to see the family, and
We got to
we get to eat
Yeah.
nonstop. You know, my wife doesn't mess around. She, it's not like you don't eat dinner at my house. You eat
You eat,
18
a
different
feast.
courses. You
and
know?
then different. That's
Yeah.
what is, I can't say the word. Charcuterie.
Oh yeah, that.
Charcuterie?
Yeah, is that how you say it?
Charcuterie board?
My mom
Spaghetti
put one of
pasta.
those out, and then I
Yeah,
just
I'll-
ate that. I ate that for 3 hours, and
Yeah.
then she's like, "Oh, the turkey's ready."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I'm having a little board up.
I could hear that. What is
Making
that?
a little noise. That has nothing to do with me. But anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, how's that? You get that fixed. All right. What was my
Special
questions?
episode, right?
Yeah. So John,
Better
you
hit that
have-
button again for the man.
have,
3
uh,
years,
3
baby.
years,
3
sir.
years. Amazing.
How does that feel, sir?
How'd you do it?
One day at a time.
One day at a time. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's it.
And it got you to 3 years, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Simple.
Yeah. How do you feel, my friend?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
You know? I guess when your anniversary comes up, you try to look where you were when you came in.
Right.
You know, it's reflecting on
Yeah.
where you were, where you've been. You know, where you are now, and hopefully you're a better man today than you were 3 years ago. For
Yeah.
me, 3 years ago, because that's really the goal.
Yeah.
The goal is to live a healthier life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to live in that misery anymore of being a slave to the drink. So it's nice. It's a freeing feeling. It's nice to know, wow, like, you know, if you're willing to work on yourself, you're willing to work a program of recovery,
Right.
that, you know, it works if you work it. And that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, out of all the people we know, that you obviously work your program as best as
Strong.
anyone we know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And would you say what was like I don't want to say the most important year because they're all important,
Yeah.
but was it any different from hitting the first year, or was it like when you hit the first year, it's like, wow, I finally got a year? Or was it just another day?
For me, well, I got my 3-month coin. That was exciting.
Yeah.
For me, because I've, you know, you did 90, you were like, I finally feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah.
For me, that was a big one. When I hit 500 days, that was
Yes.
a big one for me.
500.
That was a big one. When I hit that, I thought it was like, wow, like even the first year, it was like, you know, when I hit that, I don't know, something about that 500 just sounded like a big round number. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is, wow, like in a row, nights and weekends.
Well, I
like,
remember you did the same thing when you hit the 1,000.
and then, yeah.
I was there for that one.
I will say my second year and this year, my second year was important to me because, you know, before my second year, my sponsor died.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to do what he showed me to do,
Mm-hmm.
you know, be able to put the program into action, it helped me get to that second year marker. You know, when you find, you know, I will forever say my sponsor's name because that man changed my life. But to know that's how you know the program was working.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a tragedy to me when he died. I mean, he was my best friend. Like this man, he was my best friend. My wife would be like, "I think it was your soulmate." You know what I'm saying? You know, so when he died, it was devastating.
Tragic, yeah.
It destroyed me.
Yeah.
Where even my wife was like, "I really thought you were going to go back and drink."
Yeah.
But I didn't. I didn't have to. I was able to feel those emotions, feel those feelings, and I did what he taught me to do. You know, one day at a time. And so getting to the second year marker, I think was more important to me because something happened that was like, you know, would have definitely made me want to drink and get out of self. The death of a best friend. Yeah. You know, but I didn't have to. So I think that was for me, and again, it's just for me and my situation. Everyone's recovery is different. I think it was more of an accomplishment, I guess, and a more of a kudos to the program. Absolutely. That I was able to make it to my second year coin without having to pick up and even to think about it. It wasn't even an option. It wasn't even something that I was like, I'm you know, just struggled through it. It was it never crossed my mind to think about a drink or a drug. It never crossed my mind.
That's
now,
huge.
Yeah. It's also another question. Why do you think a lot of people relapse right after their 1 year? Because I think for me, I could see is like you build it up so much to hit that 1 year, and then you're like, now what? You know what I mean?
I guess you're just setting a goal. I mean, it definitely some stories in the book will talk about, you know, the guys that they get everything back.
Yeah.
You know, they set their goal.
And they forget.
Yeah, they
right?
set their goal. This is what I want. I want to get 1 year sober. I want to be, you know, good. I want all these, and they get all these things back. They get the relationships back, the family back, the wife, the girlfriend, the whatever. They get all their things back. So that's it. We're good. When we alcoholics put our mind to something, we're probably going to do it. You know, we have pretty, but then that was it. All you wanted was that 1 year.
Yeah, you didn't look
I don't want a year. I just want to live happy, joyous, and free.
Yeah, there's no,
and that's beyond a year. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's not really doing it for yourself.
You're just doing it for that marker.
Because you're looking for.
Because that shit happens a lot.
I think. I mean, you see that a lot. Like you just said. So people, they think that that's the reason why they got sober is to get all that stuff back, but that's not really why you're getting sober.
Exactly.
First of all,
you got a good sponsor.
I don't want all the shit I had back. That's the thing. I'm trying to make new shit.
Yeah.
Trying to, of course, listen, finances and everything is always going to be an issue, but that was an issue when I was drinking. You know what I mean? I just, on a different level, if I have to say. So, like, I would, I just spent money like an asshole when I was drinking because he thought it would be a good idea. Let's go to AC for the weekend and blow $4,000. You know what I mean? So he thought it was a funny thing then, but now it's different stuff. Like, I don't care about things as much as I used to. You know what I mean? Relationships more important. I'd rather have a good relationship with my kids and my mother or my friends or whatever. Have real relationships.
The things money can't buy.
Right. Or you know, the money shit. Whatever, man. We get through it.
Is that really?
Yeah. That's funny. That's my.
Can you show John that? Please?
John, do you see who's calling?
Someone's thinking about this. Yeah. Keep coming.
Sorry. Yeah.
You know what it is? Is like for me.
Sorry for my phone ringing in, gentlemen.
My whole life, I thought I needed these things.
Trying to fill a void.
Yeah, these things that were gonna bring me happiness. You know, the cars. That's when I'm gonna be happy. Or the girlfriend. That's when I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
money, that. And the truth of the matter was, I ended up getting all of those things, and none of it made me happy.
Right.
The happiness is, when they say it's an inside job, it really is. That my happiness came when I stopped chasing those things that
really don't mean it.
They don't mean a damn thing.
Yeah. I have my friend, which I'm sure listens to this and won't like it, but like his whole reason for getting sober, you know, oh, my girl, you can't. It's not going to do it. I was just going
to mention that when I meet people now, and like beginners coming in and newcomers, and as soon as I hear like, oh yeah, I just got to stay sober for work or the wife, I'm like,
yeah, it's not going to work like that.
Yeah, if your mom.
I mean, I was there. I did it. I did it for work. I did it for relationships.
I tried to do it,
and it doesn't work.
and then
until you fucking
it's not,
fully surrender for yourself, doesn't work.
Yeah, well, there you go. Good sponsor, Joe. Good sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, was anyone drinking at your Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
And I thought, obviously, I mean, 3 years. I can't see balling in 3 years in. And I'm sure no one got sloppy.
No, they're not alcoholics. It's very bizarre, you know. Like I always say, like my wife, she's just, you know, she'll have a glass. I've known my wife for many years. If I've seen her drunk 3 times,
Oh,
it was
really?
a lot. Like she just doesn't drink. It's just not her thing. So she's one of those, like, you know, at dinner on Thanksgiving can have like a half a glass
special
of wine.
occasions.
You know, and who am I to rob her of that? Like that's not
Understood,
you know, like
yeah.
just, the book says it very clearly that I'm not like you.
Yeah.
You know, because my whole, well, if they can drink, why can't I? If she's doing something, why can't I? If he's doing something, why can't I?
Right.
Why? Because you're the alcoholic, John, not them.
I mean, even if someone
I fucking
is an
still
alcoholic,
struggle with
it's
that.
still not your.
That's their story, not mine.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
not
like
your
even-
say. I mean, I have that. I was with an alcoholic for a long time, which I would presume to be an alcoholic,
Right.
but they didn't think they were that. So, but that's their bit. It used to make me angry back then. You know, like when I wasn't drinking, because I had the problem, but it was okay that person's drinking. Now it's just like, now I think back, it's like, you know what?
Well, that's where I'm at.
not my
That's
problem.
where I'm still. Me and you talk about this. I've spoken to you once or twice about this. Like, my girl's not an alcoholic. She's allowed to have a drink, but why
Of
do I
course.
rob her of her fun? And my sponsor always says that it stems from jealousy, that I can't do that no more. And you know,
The worst you.
I mean, I don't.
It
yeah,
sucks,
I agree.
dude. I'm
I
like-
agree with what you're saying. Yeah, I just don't think.
it's not.
I mean, there's a line to it too. Again, if I was involved with someone on a normal basis,
yeah.
dating somebody, and every time I was with them, they were
Well, that's the thing. It's not like that.
I'm not saying
No, I
that
know.
is, but
yeah.
my point is, if that was the case, then
Yeah.
yeah, maybe she's just not for me.
Yeah.
That doesn't make her an alcoholic either.
Correct.
If she
Yeah,
drinks a
that's true.
glass of wine every single day.
Right.
But after a while, I'd be like, how come every time we're together, you drink? Then
Yeah.
in my mind, then this person's not for me. It's just not my say to tell them. I would never say, hey, you got to stop drinking. But
yeah.
again, everyone knows my story. I don't lie about what my situation is.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing too. I find too a lot of people trying to in recovery, like, oh, I'm dating this girl, I really like her. I don't know when I should tell her.
I did that.
Like, why don't you just tell her now?
I did that
You know what I
shit.
mean?
And also tell her that you have 3 kids and you were
Right,
married before.
right.
I've done
But
that.
just-
I've done that.
Yeah.
You get nervous to. It's because you don't want to be judged, you know. But then you know.
But what precedent are you setting for yourself in the future? Like, what kind of relationship are you gonna have with this person if they don't know you?
You're already
True.
holding
I get
back.
it. No,
You're already holding
I
back
get it
truth.
because a lot of people don't want to be judged right off the bat for being in recovery, and there's still a big stigma about it,
I don't disagree.
and that's the reason I've done that shit when I was dating all
But
the
then
time.
walk.
But-
But at least you get it out in the open
You would
from
know
the
that.
get.
For me, like, again, I don't know the
Yeah.
young guys nowadays with their dating.
Like, I'll give you
but years
yeah.
ago, it was if you went on a date with a girl, you took her out to dinner,
Yeah,
you would know instantly when you ordered your steak and she wanted a glass of wine and you were
Oh, yeah.
ordering an iced
Yeah.
tea or something. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it would come up. Oh, you're not gonna have a glass of wine?
Yeah, yeah.
My first, no, I just
like I have one
Yeah,
time
I
I had
don't
a.
drink.
you know,
I had
yeah,
a-
like, that would be
yeah.
something that I
I
would
don't-
do. But that's
I
just
don't
for
drink.
me.
I had a date. I was talking to this one girl. This was a year or two ago, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just tell her before we go out. And I told her, I was like, I just, I never brought it up, but I'm in recovery. Like, I hope that's not a problem. And she literally said to me, she goes, "Listen, I respect you, and I'm so happy you told me, but my ex was in recovery, and I cannot go down this road again."
Yeah, but
And that
wouldn't you
was it.
rather learn that?
And I said that, and
immediately?
well, that's what I said, and then I said, all right.
Right. Better to be up front.
Yeah,
with
it's
that and
better
know-
to be up front. It is.
Than to wait 6 months
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, otherwise when
Yeah.
you're dating someone and you
Yeah.
kind of like the girl, now and then she
Well,
says that,
Yeah,
then all of
exactly.
a sudden you're in
you
a
have
different
to.
scenario. I don't know. To me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really like.
And then I
women,
learned that
so.
the recovery thing actually
tired
makes,
of them all.
What?
I don't even like them
That's a
anymore.
different podcast,
Well,
Charlie.
Yeah.
But a lot of people
Yeah.
do tend to like somebody
That's
who's
next
working
week's
on
show.
themselves. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
But
I
for
just
some
like I said,
reason-
the one thing I'm extremely honest now,
Yeah.
and I guess because I so never was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I guess it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the truth, and that's it. You don't like it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't. I used to be worried about what people thought about me. I just don't anymore. You know what I mean?
It's called freedom.
Yeah, it is free.
I still
It
struggle
really
with
is.
that.
I don't care
What other people
I
think.
don't
That's why I
care.
still like sometimes in meetings I'm like, I don't want to fucking share.
That's why we do. That's the time
Yeah.
you're supposed to share the most. You get that
That's
hand up.
true.
I've been doing it more,
One thing I tell every guy.
but it never
You notice
gets-
we always stare at you, Joe.
I know.
Always
Yeah,
like,
you make me feel real
Yeah.
is he
comfortable.
gonna raise
Yeah.
Good.
I know. The other when I chaired,
Hey, Joe!
I
Hey!
fucking dude,
Joe, what
that
do you have
last
to say
night
back there?
when I chaired Tuesday night's meeting, I knew it was coming, and like there wasn't enough fucking people there to end it, and I knew I was gonna have to share. And all of a sudden, I see fucking Jack's face in the background.
Oh God! The best was Jake.
your hand
He's like, yeah. So I was an alcoholic, and then I got into other stuff. I'm not gonna bring that up, but it was cocaine. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, it's not bringing it up.
He did good, man. He did really good.
Oh, he
He
did.
did.
He's
He
a
did
good
good. He's
kid, man.
came a long way.
It is, and I'll tell you, it's from. I really do. I feel bad for like the younger, you know.
Oh, absolutely. I
You know,
couldn't get
he-
fucking
it's-
sober
it's-
at 21, bro.
That's rough.
I had to go
Why?
through like 10 more years of misery.
Yeah, right. Just 26 for me, but that's who's counting.
I just couldn't do it. I wasn't.
So that's why, but it's
Didn't
important,
suffer enough,
you know.
you know?
That's why I always seem to cling to like the younger guys. Or
Yeah.
They always seem to cling to me, or however it works.
Yeah.
Again, like my sponsor was 10 years older than me, you know. So I always seem to cling to the
That's weird. My sponsor's 10 years old.
It didn't.
Younger
it,
than
it didn't
you.
take me.
Oh, you said yeah.
It didn't
Older?
take.
Sorry.
It didn't take me long to realize though that like I had a problem because I was like normal people. Like I had to be on a substance every day. Normal people go out drinking for a night, deal with a hangover, and move on. No,
I used to have
you
to-
noticed you noticed that
Yeah.
you see it's so weird. We all
I
get here on
noticed that.
different planes, different times in our lives. It never once,
No.
legitimately, it never once crossed my mind,
Yeah.
John, you drink too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never,
really?
never
Yeah.
comes. See, dude, every day, I was. I mean,
Yeah.
again, my. I always say my wife, because
Yeah.
she's seen me through
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
And she's lives a program of recovery, even though she's not in recovery. She
Yeah.
lives
Yeah.
by the principles of being honest, and
Yeah.
you know. But it never dawned on me. Hey, and then until it did,
And you said there was a huge weight lifted off
it
you.
was
Yeah.
like, well, because my whole life I just thought I was that
No,
crap crazy.
I used to have days. I'm talking a day. So I'd go so many days drinking where I'd stop at a liquor store. My body would be like, hey, "You can't drink." Like my whole
Yeah.
my demeanor. I'm like, I'm going to get this, but I'm not drinking it tonight because I just feel like shit.
but
Like,
you had it.
I got it and I brought it home and it's in my house and I'd wake up the next morning and be like, oh, I went the whole day without it. I'm good. I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah. I know. It's.
I didn't
passed the
drink
test.
yesterday.
18 hours. I passed the test.
But I got that bottle at the house, so I don't have to stop tonight. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those. But yeah, that was my sick head.
Yeah. I couldn't go anywhere unless I knew I had what I needed. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna function. I never. That's why I stopped going on vacations.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna find my shit? I can't go that long without it.
Your
First, I'm
house
gonna get
is always
sick on the
stocked.
plane.
You know, your house is always stocked.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Your house is always stocked, so you go out and you do whatever you want to do. But at least you know you always come home and you got your.
Well,
you know.
that's also what tends to, like I said, in the end of my runs, like the high for me was going to get the shit. I wasn't doing the shit. The high for me is when my text would come through saying, "Yo, I'm good.
I'm
come
good."
through."
Oh, I
Boom.
hated
I
getting.
love that shit.
I hated going to liquor
That's
store.
when I was like,
You did.
I hated it because the guy, hey Charlie,
yeah.
Hey,
I
what's
guess
up,
it's different. I
Sam?
guess it's a little different for drugs, though.
oh, your usual? It's on sale this week. Great, thanks.
But you thought you had a problem? Because like for me, I'm like, yeah, like it's called a liquor store. They don't sell Pampers there. Like
No, I
maybe it's a
didn't-
little different
like,
for
I
you
go to liquor store,
alcoholics.
like,
I
I'm
don't
a liquor-
know.
What I'm
Like,
saying is, I
it's
thought I
normal.
didn't because I would and I'm talking 3 months, 4 months, and then one night I won't drink, and I'm like, all right,
See, I could do it.
I'm good. I don't have to drink if I don't.
So you
have to.
tried. You tried to be like, yeah.
Every once in a while, I would try,
but it was self-reassured.
But
Like,
John, it was
clearly I
my
have a problem.
body was like, dude, are you gonna drink again today?
Again.
Like I'd
Well,
be so,
yeah.
I'd be like, doc. Like
Yeah.
I think I had, I was having
Seizures or
like,
something.
what do you call when you're not relapsing, but when you're
Detox.
like I was detoxing, I think, and because I guess I didn't have it long enough for that day. So my body was shot. And I thought it was like, hey, you just can't drink today. Then I'd feel like shit the next morning.
Yeah.
But I was like, my head was clear. Like, oh, shit, I did it. All right, I can drink tonight. Can't wait to get out of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I think we were speaking a little bit about that before we started recording, and like this past Thanksgiving Eve, the biggest party night of the year. I dropped my sister and her boyfriend off at a house that I used to party at all the time, and I caught myself reminiscing all those times in a good way.
How was that in a good way?
That's what I mean. It's not, but I was like, thinking,
Gotcha.
You know, that was fun, man. Pre-gaming, going out to Babylon Village, and like I was remembering all the good times, and fucking our minds, that tends to happen. You forget how bad it was, and you just remember. That's the fucking disease.
Yeah.
You want to know?
You
Here's
forget
what I
the
learned
pain.
yesterday.
You get all the fucking pain.
Yeah.
I and if my sister listens to this, it's terrible. But my sister got 3 daughters. I don't know. I never knew their names. I'm like, I knew the names. I'm just like, which one's which? And then my nieces. One's my goddaughter, for crying out loud. And I'd be drinking and I'd be with my ex or something and be like, all right, which one's which now? Blah, blah, blah. And then I'd show up at the house because I hardly ever went there. So it'd be like once a year or something. And they'd be like, Mom, someone's at the door. Meanwhile, it's me. I'm like, hey, it's your uncle. But like yesterday, I walked in, Uncle Charlie's here. They all 3 of them ran up to me.
And what changed?
I called him by name. Well, I'm not drinking.
There you go.
But it's you walk in and then my mom made an amazing dinner. She had her significant other there, and just had a normal conversation.
Yeah,
whatever. I got asked a lot of questions.
Cops didn't show up. No blood. No broken glass.
No, nothing.
Isn't that
no
weird?
arguing.
Isn't that weird?
No
When you
name
put down
calling.
the drink, the drug, the things that are possible.
No, my mother did have to drop the. My favorite son's leaving when my brother was leaving. But that's all right.
I guess that's also.
I lost that status many years ago.
Like one of the benefits I would say is like after you go to a rehab, like I had to do the sober house thing, and that's like a constant. Like if you're staying sober in a sober house, you still see the chaos, and you see like it keeps it so fucking fresh. Well, last week we had half of Suffolk County PD at the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's that. It keeps it so fresh. The unmanageability.
Well, that's the thing. Why
you know?
Listen, it's that the guy with 30 years and the guy with 30 minutes. That's why when they both go to a meeting, they're both sharing and feeding off each other. The guy that says, "Hey, I'm good now. I got 30 years." Those thoughts might come back up, and he needs to go to those meetings. And he hears a new guy coming in saying, "Oh, I guess it didn't get any better out there." And then the guy with the 30 seconds needs to look at it and say, "Wow, this is possible.
Yeah,
I don't have to do it." That's why we go to meetings. We get together.
Well, you taught me that to talk more and or get you coins. I really that never.
Yeah, the coins are really for everybody else showing it how it's showing.
Nothing to me personally.
Well, it's a goal for you, but it's showing the newcomer that it really works.
No, of course, no, and it. Exactly, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And these guys that get up to get their 30 days, they're pumped.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. Obviously.
Absolutely.
But I remember when I met you, I'm like, I never get those fucking.
I remember.
But, I mean, it's, again, I don't, are we due one, by the way, me and you?
Soon.
Yeah. Soon. But, so I just never, I never think about it, honestly.
That's good. Like, I know, for me, I don't, that's why people are like, how long you got? I'm like, I don't know, I have to look at my calendar. Because it's not about how much time you got. It's dude, how am I living today? Am I living sober today? Because living sober, it's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I'm not, I don't know, I thought today was Monday.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fair. Today, it's a weird day today. It's a weird day today.
I got to be honest too. I'm still like, I'm happy with where I'm at and everything, and I still struggle with that self-worth shit.
All you ever have to do
is
look who came into the room that day. That day, if you have come into the program, any 12-step, any recovery, anything. The day you got there, look at where you are today.
I do.
You wished that this is where you are today when you first came in here.
By the way, I don't know if you guys, just for you listening, we listen to this all day. See how John speaks with us?
Yeah.
This is why we stay sober. Right?
Absolutely.
Just so you know. God,
And you're the
please continue, sir.
The funny thing is, And I'll tell you this, and I was gonna say it tonight, but this is the truth. I can look at my coin, and any my coin, and I've obviously all the glory to God and the program that I'm in, you know. But right underneath that, I see the first line, and that line I attribute to Billy. I attribute that first year one.
Yeah.
Again, I'm now adding to my toolbox.
Right.
Now I have God. I have a program. I have Billy and what that man taught me. I have the meetings, how he taught me, you know what I'm saying? And then the strenuous work with Jack. And and he's my number 2 mark. Now I got that. Now I'm continuously working with other alcoholics. Now I'm really good at tests. And my 3-year mark has got Joey and Charlie next to it.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Oh, come on, man.
And that's the God's honest truth. I stay recovered because I'm trying to help you, and you're going to stay recovered by trying to help the next guy walking through the door. And that's how this works.
Well, you've said that before. Different, like you can tell when, because like I've said it to you before after I've done my steps. Like I've never got the spiritual awakening, and also again, like I'm probably looking for it to be levitated, which is not realistic, but. Staying sober. This is the longest I've had sober, so that's a spiritual awakening in itself. But also, you said for all of us, you said for me, it's when I get a sponsee, when I start helping others. You know, you named all of us.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't wait for that. I never did that. I never
give time.
Because that's what keeps you in the loop too. You know, because now it's like it's not just for me. Now I want to help this kid.
I'm not ever gonna pick up for numerous again for today.
Yeah,
and you got to keep it a day. Because that's just keep for me. When I keep it a day, that means I'm keeping it very simple.
Right.
I'm keeping it very simple because I can complicate anything. Anything I can complicate it. You know, I keep it very simple. I'm just today. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get God in. This is who I want to be today. I want to be kind, loving, caring, giving. That's who I want to be today.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that man that walked in the door who was selfish, self-centered, angry, hate-filled. I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be this. And then I think it, I say it, I do it, I become it.
So do you have those days?
Of
not being right?
Of course,
dude.
I wake up every morning
honestly, since I've known you, there might have been one day where like he was like kind of off, but I've never seen this man angry. Never.
No.
He was off. Like I knew he was dealing with something.
Told me a story once that you were angry with the guy at the.
Or unless you're at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes. But
we all have.
That's about it. I agree. Sometimes there's like it was like one day maybe I was like, is everything all right? Like you just didn't seem yourself, but you know, could have been work attributed to
today
work
was a rough day. You know, at work it was just a crazy, chaotic. Calls are coming in from all angles, and it becomes. And then you just you pause, pray, proceed. You know, you gotta eventually you have to learn to just stop.
Yeah.
Be still. Be silent. Be quiet. Just stop. Let's refocus and let's move forward. You know, because I never did that. I literally was a light switch.
Yeah.
I was either on or I was unconscious. I don't even want to say I was sleeping because I never went to bed. I drank myself to unconsciousness.
Yeah.
So I was 100 miles an hour or I was off. I never had that dimmer switch. I never had that to try to figure out the balance. It's okay to get crazy. It's okay to be yelling and screaming when you're at a Slipknot concert, not when you're at your aunt or your cousin's baptism. Like you should be in church screaming, pour that water on them, Father. You know, like, so we have to learn where, because I was at 100 miles an hour.
It always comes back down to balance.
Yeah.
By the way, if you have any air conditioning or heating desires or needs on Long Island, you could speak to John.
So,
need a Jeep, Chrysler, or Dodge, you could instant message me.
Messages is
fucking free commercials.
So 3 down. What's on the bucket for year 4?
Yeah,
what are we looking at?
Do you have goals set each year for yourself?
Are there new goals now, or is it? Do you put goals in your sponsees? Do you set goals like I want to get him to his first year, or is that too much of a? Because people go in and out all the time.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Do I set goals for my sponsees?
like when you're working with somebody, like a goal for you as a sponsor would be like, I want to get this guy to his first year or 6 months. Like, you know what I mean?
My biggest thing, I think.
I mean, the biggest thing is
my number one
making
thing.
them stay sober.
When anyone asks me to sponsor them, is I just want to bring hope to them that you can live a better
way.
life. That you are a sick man. You're not a bad man. You're just a sick man. And not my opinion, bro. This is they thought this was a theory many years ago, but science has proven that there's something going on up there.
Yeah.
So and that there's hope for you, that you can recover. You don't have to live like that. If that's the greatest thing I could ever give to anyone, would be just hope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Things that I didn't know it was okay to be wrong. I know that sounds so silly, and normies will probably listen to this and be like, what do you mean you can be wrong? Nah, man, I couldn't be wrong. I'd be perfect. I had what I thought a man was supposed to do, what I thought a father was supposed to do, what I thought, all that crap was wrong.
Yeah.
And it took another alcoholic to let me know that was okay, John.
Yeah.
That you're going to fail in this thing called life, but we're going to keep moving forward, and we're not going to drink and drug over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's a big thing. Good. Yeah, that's a big thing too. As far as men, we are taught you don't show weakness.
Yeah.
We
suffer from pride more than anything.
Exactly. So that's a huge thing to ask another man for help.
And you know what? Especially because most people that, I guess, I don't know, most people that I meet and that I sponsor, that's how I can only relate my situation to. We've all had trauma of some sort, even if things that you don't think were traumatizing. We all had things as children or younger that really, deep down, it messed us up.
Yeah.
And we went to the drink or the drug. And we didn't think about it anymore.
It's crazy.
But because we can't show tears, we can't show emotion, we can't show feelings. We never wanted to talk to another human being because we were embarrassed, because it made us feel so insecure.
Less than.
Yeah, less than. Our self-worth was so, because I don't want to tell him this is bothering me because he won't think I'm a tough guy, he won't think I'm a man. And when you come into a program like this and you learn, man, men cry.
Yeah.
You have feelings. It's okay to fail. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not always be right.
Yesterday, my mother, again, everyone was pretty much on their best behavior. Well, everyone. So everyone was normal because, there was a new person there, so whatever it was. But my mother actually asked me, like, halfway through the day, she's like, so did you ever figure out what made you start drinking?
What a question.
And I stood there, I'm like looking at it, and she goes, did you hear me? I'm like, I'm thinking about the question.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, was it Michelle? And I'm like, I drank more after that happened, but I started drinking when I was 13 years old. You remember I was stealing your liquor from you, but like I really didn't have an answer. It was like, I spoke to you about John about it, but it's not like one thing. It's like the progression of life just gets you to a point of no return. But that's what I feel like anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was like weird. She asked me, and I'm like looking at it. She's like, "Did you just hear what I asked you?"
Well, we all didn't expect to start.
I'm trying to figure out the question.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a tough one, actually. If there's no answer. To that.
There's not, because we all didn't expect to become this. You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, when you were in elementary school, and the teacher was like, what do you want to be when you go? I can't wait to be an addict.
Yeah. Like when you did it, because that's what you did. Like, that's what kids did. When you were drinking in the woods, we were experimenting. I got cousins now who are at that age. They want to experiment.
Right,
Unfortunately, experimenting now is very fucking dangerous.
Well,
the way drugs are, and fucking, there's fentanyl and everything.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
What's this fentanyl?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god.
But
just stay away from it, Mom.
Yeah. But
no, I agree. We all experimented as kids. All that the cool kids were doing it, smoking cigarettes and then smoking pot.
You want to know what's crazy too? The stories. So, because I was there, my mom's like, "Oh God, you want to know the crazy?" So Charlie stole a bottle with his friend Clayton. They went into the woods, got drunk.
Yeah.
It was on a snow day. Charlie left them in the woods, came home sick. And then Clayton passed on Nichols Road without his pants on. Some lady almost hit him with the car. And like, this is the funny story to my mom. And I'm like, is this all we got? We're gonna do a drinking story of mine, but like that all did happen.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this lady brought him to my house. It was like, I think Charlie's dead. And she's like, no, he's upstairs, but he's dead now.
He's dead now.
But yeah, I mean, but we're telling his story is a funny thing, and I'm like, holy shit! Even my oldest
Remember.
kid story that my mom has is about me drinking, which is crazy.
Thank
you know
God.
what I mean?
And thank God you were there that she could even tell you that story.
Well, yeah,
You weren't passed out with your face in the mashed potatoes, or you
Right,
not
right,
even
right.
at
No,
the
I-
house. You know, like
No, I get
we
it.
will not regret the past, and it's we will not
No,
regret
we
the past.
should shut
nor
the
should
door
we
on
honor it. And I know for me, I tried to close the door on a lot of things that happened in my past, in my childhood, but eventually things happen. They creep back up. The door always seems to open back up when the devil wants them to open back up. But when you finally turn around and you open that door your damn self and face those things, that's when things start to change.
I mean, I was laughing about it yesterday.
Today I can laugh.
But it was like when I was driving home, I'm like, man, I can't so my childhood story of my son being crazy was that.
Yeah.
You know what's
And
great?
then me stealing cars too, but that's a whole nother. It's a whole nother.
and now you
my
get-
parents' cars, by the way, not other people's cars.
Oh, that was you?
Just sneaked them
Oh,
out
I
at
used to
night.
do that
Sneaked
shit
them out at night, yeah. But yeah, it was like, it wasn't a great.
But you get to build memories today. You get to build memories today. See, a lot of things you did in the past, you don't want, but you get to build new memories today of a sober man living a sober life.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to remember. But it just takes time.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
what a great vacation we just had, or what did this just had, and those are the memories. Will those other things be forgotten? Probably not. But
Oh,
at least we
dude,
don't
I'm
have to-
doing so
but
much
at least
more
we don't have to
shit
make
now.
those
I don't,
bad memories anymore.
I didn't go anywhere, bro. I didn't do anything. I was isolating myself from the world.
Sammy Sosa without the
Sammy
bat.
Sosa, and that was when I lived in a trap house.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
But
High class living, bro.
dude, now I think about that all the time. My schedule is always busy. I'm always doing stuff sober. Living, making memories.
Oh man.
I just think about we were talking about my job earlier, like all the crazy shit. I've been at the place 6 weeks, and all the changes that happened. I would never handle this normally.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I'm just here to make money.
Sometimes
You know
I'm
what
at
I mean?
fucking work, right? I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I hear this fucking guy, John's voice in my head. We get to go to work. I'm like,
I don't even, like I said, I don't get me. I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I don't negate. It's just crazy. But most people would be like, oh my God, stressed out about it. I'm like, whatever, man. Let me bring my computer home just in case when I come back, I don't have a job yet. I don't have much to carry. But it's not.
You just take your plan.
It's never. Yeah, exactly. It's never. It's not like that though. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't equate to that. And if you
That's good.
stress yourself out over a silly thing, especially why. Like, hey, I'll get another job. It's not a big deal, and I'm doing all right there. It's not like I'm doing it, not making money or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just
You're
life,
not,
man.
You're
It's
not
life.
projecting.
It's like
You're
exactly.
not projecting.
Yeah.
You're not saying, "Whoa, this man just left. Am I gonna have a job tomorrow? Am I gonna?" You're not
That would be
projecting.
me.
You're saying, "I'm here today. I'm working today. I have a job today.
Right.
Tomorrow
I've had-
is not here yet. So as long as you're not living, they say it. You're living in the future. You suffer from anxiety.
Right,
You're living in the
right.
past.
Did it take a while for you to
depression.
live in the present like that and stop projecting? Or did
It the longer the longer you go,
Yeah.
the easier it gets. Yes, I have bad days,
Yeah.
but I remember, I have those tools, if
Yeah.
you will. I remember, it's so stupid. I'm telling you, they're so stupid. And one day you're gonna be like, yes, this too shall pass. You're gonna remember those little slogans, and you're gonna be like, wow, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's what you're gonna be sitting there like, wow, it's chaos. You know what though? It's just a moment, and yes, this too shall pass. One day at a time. When you hear things like that, you're gonna be like, wow, you know what? Those are probably the greatest sayings ever. Those little quotes that you hear in
Yeah.
rooms, not this big long, diatribe of.
No.
It's those little
Keeps it
quotes that
simple.
keep it simple for me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm having a bad moment, and that's okay because I'm not in control, and I've learned to let go because I'm not. I had to learn to stop playing God, I'm not the boss of everyone. I can't control everything. And so much as my own children, they have a God and I'm not it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control them. They are human beings with their own soul and their own conscience, and they're going to make their own mistakes in life. And I just got to be there to make sure that, I got to like loosen up the rope on them.
Yeah.
Right,
know?
right.
And let them make their own mistakes as they go through life.
Yeah.
I can't, I used to really be extremely hard on my kids, because I was, they're playing in the street. I'm like, get out. It's like, all right, they're playing basketball. Like, you got to let them live.
I got to ask you that. It's hard to ask Joe.
No, you just ask.
I have 2 kids, and you have 12 kids. Do you get nervous that your kids could fall into the same thing that you fell into?
If this disease is hereditary, which I do, see this little chair right here?
Right.
Yeah.
I have one son that, by the grace of God, he'll be sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because he's got the isms.
My whole
He
family,
like
bro.
me, he's got those traits very much
But
so
I'm
like me.
saying you don't see. I feel super nervous, like
No,
my kids.
don't,
Yeah.
don't. Because as long as we meet frequently.
I mean,
So
I
we
think
can
my
show the newcomer
Yeah.
that there is a way out.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep coming to these meetings. I'm going to keep telling my boys, my friends, my sponsors, keep coming to these meetings because one day, one of you guys might be sponsoring one of my kids.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yeah.
okay.
So those doors, I'm going to make sure I'm at midnight opening up that door.
Yeah.
I'm at
Keeping the
meetings,
rooms
I'm
open.
going to keep those doors open because they were there for me when I got here.
I got you. Okay.
And they're going to be there just yes. I do feel that I do have at least one of my boys is going again, that's his journey, wherever I'm not his God.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to have his life, he's going to have his journey, but I hope and I pray that I can be a good enough role model to say when we do fall, ask for help, and Daddy will be here to show you and guide you the way it was guided for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't worry
Interesting.
about it.
No, I mean it's not
God's
something.
hands.
I feel like they see what I did, and hopefully that scares the shit out of them. Is my
And it might.
is my
And it might.
hope anyway.
I mean, a lot of friends
I
in the
don't know. I have
program.
no idea.
Yeah, a lot of friends in the program that are like that their kids are like, because they saw what mommy and daddy did. Or and the same family, I've seen the other sibling go the other way.
Right.
I was gonna say, if it's really a disease, it doesn't matter. If you are or you aren't. Like I think I was born with it because of my family,
I believe
aunts, uncles, my father,
Today,
cousins,
I feel.
my whole family.
Yeah.
My entire family. Alcoholics, addicts, even gamblers. It runs deep.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
And you can cut the chain.
Yeah.
So little Joey's.
Yeah. There's a few of us.
you
There's a
know.
few of us that in my family that have cut the chain.
Yeah.
that
And
are
that's what we
doing
do.
it.
We
I have
just-
one,
we-
my cousin, he's got over 10 years.
Good for him.
Yeah.
My man. That's good stuff.
And then my other cousin Frank, he's got 7. There's a few of
Is he
us.
active in like in a program? Or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
or-
Yeah. Goes to meetings.
That's weird,
Yeah.
right? How that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, they still go to meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink, go to meetings. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It really is that simple.
It really
Everything
is,
else,
yeah.
they say, because you get the, you go, like, meeting makers make it. And that's the truth. But you'll get those guys like, meeting makers make meetings. It's like, yeah, but if you just don't drink, go to meetings, and you get involved, everything else, if you keep an open mind and just keep doing that, eventually you're going to get a sponsor. Eventually you're going to open up the book.
Yeah.
Eventually you're going to start doing the
exactly.
steps, learning, and you just keep coming.
Yeah.
Just keep coming. If you stick with the winners, follow the herd, it's in your own time.
Yeah.
And that's why before when you were saying, listen, I just want to give hope to the guys, but there's more. I know certain guys are on this step, certain guys are on this step, certain guys are this way to
Yeah.
the books.
Bro, when you share, I caught on to it, and he goes, you didn't know he does that? When you share in fucking meetings, man, you'll say shit that I'm like, he's talking about me.
Oh shit! You never caught that?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
This motherfucker. At a midnight meeting, like this bastard just brought me up. All right.
Or maybe it's just what the topic was.
Dude, I'll
Yeah,
never
yeah.
forget, man, when I was doing NA and I was talking to Jack. I'm like, I'm thinking about switching, man. He's like, call John. And I think he must have texted you already because I called him and he's like, I've been waiting for this phone call.
I knew you wanted to recover.
Bro, like he was always, I was still doing NA, but I was.
Well, listen,
basically,
just so you know, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Whatever's working for you.
Yeah.
Don't be any recovery program 12-step, whether it's NA, CA, HA, whatever. If it's working for you, you just work the program.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be okay. Just I don't want to make it seem like
we say that all the time. We all fellowship. Listen, recovery's recovery.
Yeah,
we say that all the time.
It doesn't have to be an exact.
Yeah,
like,
it's just what
you
works
do
for
it
us.
Our way, you do it your way. As long as it works.
Yeah.
Yes, just make sure you're working.
There's some.
Absolutely,
there's some.
Man.
Yeah,
I know guys, and I speak to. There's a guy in NA every morning. I get texts from him still.
Yeah, because I know
he's got over 17 years.
My man, exactly. So he found something.
Yeah,
and that's what I say. Just keep coming.
Yeah.
I don't like this meeting. Go to a different one. I don't like this program. Go to a different one. Like just go and find
it wasn't
something.
Knocking. It just wasn't.
Was it for you?
I've tried it. Yeah, I've tried it. Well, so what happened was I've done AA. I've been through the steps, and I'm like, it didn't work. And then I'm like, maybe I'll switch to NA, because I was like a drug addict, but I identify with Alcoholics Anonymous too, because it starts with alcohol for me, and alcohol is a drug. It's all the same shit, but then I tried NA and then I was just like, I'm not getting nowhere. And then my whole fucking support group went out. I'm like, there's no way I'm going out this time. And I called him.
I don't know. I'm not knocking.
Absolutely. I'm fucking glad you did. I'm glad you did, man. Dude, in the beginning, bro, we were sitting down when we were doing step work 5 hours a night, 6 hours a night. That's what I was looking for, man. I'm not the sponsor I had in NA. I'm like, yo, I want to get together. I want to do step work. Oh, come to this meeting. We'll read it for a half hour. I'm like, what? No, dude,
Wait, John used to do that, but we'd sit in front of the place for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at certain times we would read, and I would say, "Hey, I'm going to the 7:30.
Show up early." Yeah.
Well,
somebody came up to me.
I don't read from page 1. I read the Roman numerals. Like I go from the preface through to forwards, and then
dude,
into
what I love
story.
about you is I know how you do have a lot of sponsees. And somebody asked me this. I'm thinking about asking John to be my sponsor. I'm like, let me tell you something. I had to ask you how many fucking sponsees you had because for each one of us, man, I feel like you're mine.
My man.
You always make time for each and every one of us.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know where you find the time, but you do.
I found the time to drink.
You're right.
And that's why I'm celebrating.
Sometimes he'll be like, why didn't you call? He'll be like, why you didn't call me yesterday? I'm like, cause you're gonna tell me to go to a meeting and I feel like going.
Because I know it's funny because my sponsors always tell me that he'd be like, if I would have just called my sponsor a week ago, I wouldn't have had to go through all this. And I'm like, because you think you know what he's gonna say, and he's probably gonna say that,
right?
But that means you should probably be doing that, because we can't rest on our laurels, man. We're not gonna.
You definitely.
The more involved, I will say this: the more involved you are,
the
happier you're going to be. I can guarantee that. I think the more meetings, getting your hand up, working with other people, the more the commitments, the more you are involved. I promise you, you're gonna the happier you'll be.
Yeah. Oh, I do like that. I chair the meeting Tuesdays now.
Get involved, bro. Get involved with this thing called recovery.
But I do also want to branch out a little, bro.
Of course.
I want to meet. I want to find meet new people too. I want to meet new people. Like
you can
branch out more.
You always have that home group that you go to.
Yeah.
That's going to meet more than one day a week. It's going to meet a couple days a week. You have that one group of people. Then you're going to have your support group. And then you have those floater days, which I like to call them, like Wednesday night maybe. I'll have a floater night or something. I'm going to go to a different meeting or elsewhere, But I stay into
core.
My core group of people.
So when I was in NA, I was the door greeter. That was awesome because I got to meet everybody.
Greatest commitment.
Yeah. But I feel like I kind of gypped myself out a little bit, which is my own doing, of course, because I can get my ass to any meeting I want. Mm-hmm. But like when I switched over, our house has meetings. So I'm like, all right, I never went out, got a home group this time. I didn't go out and get a commitment because I do the shit at the house. So I'm like, I guess, you know what I mean?
Where's two? We're at those two, we have those two meetings every week. So
can't really count them. because you're always
Yo,
there.
well, that's yeah.
You're always there, but at least, but it is like an
I mean,
outsider meeting. You know, like people do
count
come
them,
from
I mean,
all
you
over the
know.
place. You know,
I mean,
so
you
it
count
is
them. It's a meeting.
No,
but
no, you know what I mean.
I cut
It's-
myself short a
You
little
should-
bit. I
yeah,
should
you
have went
have
out.
something else.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do.
Correct.
I really do because I need to. I want to branch out.
You
a
be
little
accountable.
Yeah.
So when you don't show up to your home group 2 days in a row, someone's
Yeah.
gonna call you and say, "Hey, you weirdo,
Yeah.
where are you?" I had a buddy do that to me in my early
Well, what was
sobriety.
helping me too? Somebody from high school reached out. She's reached out in the past, and she reached out again. I haven't heard from her, so I don't think she's doing good. But like, she's like, "I want to try AA this time," and I was like, "Let's go to a meeting. Let's go to a meeting." And
Your hand is out.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
did
that matters.
I cleaned my part.
Your hand is out. Be
Yeah.
there.
Your
Someone call
side
and
of the
ask you, "Hey,
street.
listen,
Clean
come to
my
this
side of
meeting.
the
I have a
street,
girl I
yeah.
want to introduce you to.
Well, yeah, I
or a
wanted
guy
to introduce her to the girls. Yeah,
And that's what you do. You're not
Jack.
you're not responsible. Oh, jeez.
Stay
You're
far
not
away.
responsible for the outcome. You're responsible for the
No.
effort, right? So that's it. It says it very clearly.
well, that's as like
You
a
just gotta be
sponsor
here.
too. You can't take that shit personally when somebody relapses. It wasn't on you,
No,
I
that's
can-
tough.
you know,
That's got
because you were thinking about that.
Yeah. That bothered me in the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even help anybody because
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
become
like a
so close.
But
to
you
people,
kind
you
of,
know,
I kind of
especially-
realize now, like, it's how is it? People can do what they want to do,
Mm-hmm.
so their mind's gonna be made, but way before they talk to you,
Yeah.
right? So, again,
Yeah. You're only responsible for picking up that book and taking another man through the first 164. That's what you're responsible for.
Yeah.
But again, like for me, I like to. It helps me relive the first time I went through it. You know,
Right.
because you don't just read the book and you learn the steps. Okay, I'm done now. Cure.
Don't call me
I
again.
definitely think when
Stop
you're
calling
taking
me.
somebody
Yeah, open up
through
the
it,
phone,
I
you know.
feel like when you finally take someone else through it, it gives you a whole different perspective. Yeah.
When you
well, I
start-
find it interesting with you, John, when we're going through the book. Like you always find something new.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Dude, he'll grab
really
he'll
noticed
grab the pen from me and
This
start
fucking
underlining
book's
shit.
gonna, the whole goddamn
Yeah.
thing's gonna be highlighted by the
Yeah.
time.
He'll read, underline
10
that,
years from now,
underline
that's
that,
it.
underline
He's gotta
that.
get a new book.
I need a new book.
You still have the
Or
same
you
book
get
you
the
used? Are you still using this? Are you still using the same book from the beginning?
Yeah.
That's the first. That's what Billy gave me was that book.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had it ever since. And I've been taking notes and underlining and reading
Yeah.
it. And you know, the new level, new devil.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I might have been suffering from something, or something might have been going on. And then I learned to get over that, and I learned that hump and that part of my recovery.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as we start to grow, and God willing, we start
Yeah.
to grow and learn. A new level appears, and now I got over that. You know, so I see things differently. Sometimes I read something, I'm like, I don't think that was there last time. But
Well,
it was. It's just it wasn't
Yeah.
pertaining to my life at that moment.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's also another reason why it's so important to stay connected and involved, because 95% of the time, if you're dealing with something, somebody else has been through it and gotten through it, you know?
Of course.
If it has a name, you didn't invent it.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yep.
Gotta get it.
Say that again?
If it has a name, you didn't invent it.
Yeah.
You think, you know, I don't know.
I need a cliche.
Oh, I murdered someone. And it was like, oh, well, you know, you hold those things in. It's like, well, it's somebody else. You know, I'm just
Has been
using, I
through
know
it.
that's a very extreme thing to say, but, you know, something happened. Well, it's okay. It's basically saying it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't hold that in. Give it a voice.
No.
It is crazy that a lot of people think that they're the first one to do something.
Yeah. And they're
I'm a piece of
embarrassed.
shit because I did this. Like, dude,
Yeah.
stop.
Exactly. It's okay. You're confessing it. You're giving it a voice. You're saying, I did this, and I'm sorry, and I'm not going to do that anymore. You know,
Right.
like you
No, I get it.
give it a voice, man.
Yeah.
Give it a voice. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're human.
Yeah, we
We
make
are.
mistakes.
Yeah, yeah.
I just make more than others.
Wow.
Myself as well.
Yeah, Joe, let's make mistakes. Nah, you're doing great, man. Both of you guys,
Yeah.
you're doing fantastic. And you know how I know you're doing fantastic? Because you're sober.
Yeah.
You didn't pick up.
That's true.
That's
So
the
that-
only
that's
step
like
you got to do every day.
You won. You like you're winning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like how else do you? Did you pick up yet? No. Then no matter what happened, I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna make it.
And you do realize in the beginning, that's what I try to tell anybody. Like it's not easy in the beginning. You're gonna think about it every day. That's where your brain's going first. And as time
What do you mean
goes
in the
on,
beginning?
yeah, and as time goes on, you don't think about it at all. It's not. stupid shit.
Yeah.
I must
And
have
if you
passed
do,
a
it's-
million liquor stores yesterday.
Yeah.
That was like, oh shit. No, I don't.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you do,
care
it
anymore.
comes and goes, and then
It's
you look back
just
and it's
not
like it's a
something
thought.
I do,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
where that's where I'm at today. And again, just for today, that's just not me. The
Right.
same way I don't walk around cutting my arm off. Why would you do that? I don't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe there is someone that's cutting their,
Could be.
I don't have tattoos on my forehead. I just don't do that.
Correct.
I just don't drink. I just don't.
Yeah.
I could if I want to.
Yeah.
I can drink as much as I want. I'm an adult. I can drink as much as I want. Of
course.
I choose not to. I just don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at today. Like,
Your
it's
daily
not like
routine is so much better because of it.
yeah, I wake up, I get right, I try to I've always, not always, excuse me. Well, I've always, since working with my first sponsor, I've always, John, the alcohol is but a symptom, right? You hear that in me. You're the problem. So if your life's not going the way you think it should or you want it to go, it's probably because of something you did, something you said, something you're doing. Like, so you need to, you want the world to change, like Michael Jackson, right? You start with the man in the mirror. You got to look at you. What are you doing wrong?
What part are you playing?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
role are you playing in all this? Look at you.
Well, that's how I think.
Especially knowing that I'm the one that's
too,
screwed
man.
up in the head.
Yeah,
Like, I might as well start with the broken toy.
Right.
I've said that a few times on this podcast. Like with situations that come up now for me,
Yeah.
majority of the time I'll be more mad at how I handled it than the actual situation. And I never used to think that way.
I like I said,
Growth, my friend.
I try not to that's my biggest thing is
Yeah,
reaction.
reacting right away,
I just
yeah.
try not to react to things.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because
whatever.
we used to react.
What's the worst? So I come to work and I don't have a job. All right, I'll deal with it.
It's still
You know what I
above
mean?
ground.
It's not. You can't. I had a conversation with Jack today about something. Like, you can't project. Why does that? We were talking about someone else.
Yeah.
I hate that this one does this. Jack said. I'm like,
the
all
story.
right, what the fuck does that have to do with you?
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's not good for them. All right, maybe it's not good for them, but it's not. You gotta learn to not let it affect you.
Stop playing God.
Who cares what
Yeah.
that they do? Maybe they'll go back out, but the fact of the matter is, it's not affecting you. How does that directly?
Yeah.
Everyone else's decisions that they do with their own lives do not affect what your outcome. So I've learned to deal with that way. Like, yeah,
You're referring to another addict? Like
another person. Yeah, he's like, I don't like the way he handles this.
I will
You know what
say,
I mean?
within my first, and we're all at all different levels, so we're all growing
Yeah.
at different levels.
Yeah.
Within my first year, I was, I don't know if you may be describing it that way, but it was like, dude, why is this guy not doing this? Like, really, why?
Correct.
Yeah.
Why? Like,
That's
I'm
what I'm
going
saying.
every day, man, and
That's
doesn't he
the conversation
see?
I had today.
Yeah.
Yeah, like doesn't he see I'm sober? He's gonna go back out, and Billy was like, that's walking over the bodies, but man,
Yeah.
he
Well,
knows what to do. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just said, if he goes out today,
Yeah.
it's not a sponsee of his. How does it affect you?
Even if
he's
it
like,
was,
yeah, you're right.
it's his. That's
Hey,
his
he's like,
journey.
yeah, you're right.
Cares. Yeah. It's
I can
him.
only
I
caring.
understand that you care about it.
Yeah.
It's
But
someone I know
some-
too.
Well,
It's
Kelly
fine.
said to me one
And
time,
you'll
she
just
goes,
be, but you make sure you're there with your
Yeah.
hand out. Don't be chasing.
No.
You make sure you're there with your hand
Right,
out
right,
when they
gotcha.
are ready to return.
but Kelly, I spoke with Kelly with the whole incident at the house a few weeks ago, and I told her what was going on. I have all this stuff, and I was like, it was stressing me the fuck out because I
know.
She said, listen, we're supposed to help people, right? But once it starts affecting your serenity,
Correct.
it's time to.
yeah, it's not affecting your peace, your serenity.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take you back out before
Faster
you get
than
them
you-
back in.
yeah. And it's very true.
It is. It's difficult. It's definitely something that took me a long time, and I'm still struggling with.
Yeah.
You know,
Because we
to be
care
honest,
about fucking people.
because we get a right.
Yeah.
We get a.
Today I finally said no. Someone asked me to help them with something.
Mm-hmm.
I had a plan. I was doing errands today.
Yeah.
And I finally was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you out. Maybe,
It's okay.
Maybe this one could help you with that one. I don't normally not. I normally do, but there's instances where you're not going to be able to, and it's the first time I didn't feel bad about it.
Good.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say no.
Yeah, I was like, I'd love to help you out, bro, but I can't.
Yeah. Again, we always check our motives. Are our motives pure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I legitimately not help this person? Then if the answer is no, then the answer is no. You don't have to, You don't have to feel like you're not responsible to try to. You can't save the world.
No,
You can't.
and it wasn't even like I really want to use it. Someone asked me for a ride,
And it's
and
okay.
I'm like, normally I would, buddy, but I can't. I'm in the middle.
It's
of
okay. You don't have to feel
And
bad.
like
You couldn't.
That's that.
Yeah.
But, so John, we're gonna wrap up. But
Oh,
John
wrap it.
Celebrating tonight,
Yeah.
7:30 at the pit.
This won't be up until after that, and you're also celebrating tomorrow as well. Where?
Desiderata.
Does it
Around what time?
7.
All right. So if we put this up tonight, maybe people will hear that.
Yeah,
Joe, you got anything else?
I
you
do.
wanna say?
I want to start announcing. We're definitely doing it, right? Starting the new year.
Yeah, starting new year.
I don't know,
we're
did
gonna
we
go
tell you
through the
yet?
Steps.
Did
We're
you see
gonna,
the ad?
we want you to get.
We want you to
involved
come.
with us.
Starting the new year, we're going through step by step on each week. Step 1, step 2, step 3. We're starting off the
Yeah,
new
I
year
spoke
like
with-
that.
You know what's cool is there's
Isn't that a good idea?
12 months in a year and there's 12 steps. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
crazy.
That's so weird.
But yeah, we'll do
We'll start step 1
with
beginning the new year.
12-step book. And,
Do it
you know,
to
We're gonna bring in the books,
Step
yeah.
1, that's awesome.
yeah, we'll do it that
Yeah,
way.
that's a great way to start the year.
John's suggestion, and I think
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But that's about it for us.
And,
Everybody have a good evening. We'll talk to you next
yeah.
week. Thank you, John, for coming. Congratulations
Thank you, John.
again.
And yeah,
sir.
congratulations, brother.
I'll give you a little applause there. Little kids. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Take
Have a
care,
good one.
everybody.